Okay, so we're going to see X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Here's the thing. I've heard a lot of bad things about this movie, alright? And I know there's a lot of... I'm pretty sure there's a lot worse, right?
It's like we've seen Fanstick 4 and...
There's gotta be... I mean, here's the thing. There's no way it's the worst X-Men movie ever made.
Like, there's no scientific way.
They can't possibly fuck this up, right?
2 hours later.
Well...
They fucked up!
Okay, sometimes the things you read on the internet are true.
I'm sad.
So, yeah, we saw X-Men Dark Phoenix. We thought, like, how could you...
Do you want to talk about this, or should I talk about this?
Well, let's go to the non-spoiler first.
Okay, non-spoilery thoughts. Okay, straight up, do you like watching slow movies? This movie's for you.
It's like, if you guys thought X3 was bad, if you guys thought, Wolverine and the X-Men, like, if you thought... Like, those at least try. That you actually do see the effort there. You do. And those actually feel a little bit more fulfilling in a lot of spots. This
movie is one giant disappointment. Like, actually.
It's not like the kind where, my faith in humanity is gone, whatever.
Yeah.
It's more like we kind of expected more from Dark Phoenix. From the Phoenix, a story featuring the Phoenix Force.
And it's lackluster, it's disappointing, and I'm upset just based on that.
It's kind of like it's like, I didn't like Apocalypse, but I can say that there was at least a lot of things in there that I did like versus this one. Apocalypse in more places felt more fulfilling than this.
I just don't understand. I feel like everybody got nerfed.
Now, it's not that...
Am I like playing some post-patch Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like this fabled patch that's supposed to come out and everyone just got nerfed? What happened?
We blew the budget on Apocalypse.
That's probably what happened. Yeah, non-spoiler thoughts straight up though, like, it just feels like they literally used all their money on Apocalypse. They realized Apocalypse didn't do well. Now we don't have any money. Now what do we do?
It's like, okay, the first half of the movie, the setup is fine. Like,
but again,
the slight escalation, the rising action to it,
but
it seems okay. But then you get to a certain point, and it just...
Here's the thing, I have problems with that too, though. The reason why I have problems with that is because it's just, there's not very many pace breakers. You know what I mean? It doesn't entertain me enough. Like, here's the thing, alright? I can forgive a bad movie if it entertains me enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, like I said, though, this movie is very slow. You know what I mean? And the pace breakers they do give you just aren't entertaining enough.
Yeah.
For an X-Men movie. And I'm like, excuse me, what are you doing?
It needs more Quicksilver.
Not just that, but, like...
Notice how...
There's no, like... I'd say this movie has, like, no godlike sequence. You know what I mean? That makes you go, holy shit. You know what I mean? Or just, like, entertains you.
Even then, it's like the characters are, like...
They're still relatively intact. They're just being more dramatic.
Or just... Not entertaining enough. It's like there's barely there's no entertaining line coming from any of them. Normally, even with this new cast of X-Men, at the very least before, they could entertain us. Here, it's like, eh. It's like, Hank is just... It's like they're all going through some sort of stuff.
This movie doesn't know if it wants to be Justice League, the Avengers, or if it wants to be Civil War. Like, it just feels like the movie's lost, which I don't understand.
It's like, if you were going to see this movie, stop halfway through.
Like...
And then just move from there.
Yeah, just don't get me wrong. The story is... I guess it's coherent.
It's coherent.
But it's just
It's-
it's lackluster to all hell.
We can see what's going on. We see what they're going for, but
No, here's the thing.
it's not even.
Here's the thing. I don't know what they're going for. I understand what they.
No, I mean like
want
what's
to-
what's happening.
Yeah, I understand what they want to do, like kind of, but I don't know like what the angle of the movie is.
Yeah.
But in terms of like plot A to point B, sure. You know what I mean?
But in terms of like
in
this
terms
is
in terms of it being a movie, I'm just like, what is this?
a superhero movie, it's like eh.
I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't even have to be a superhero movie. It's just that. Like I said, I don't really know.
Like even if this thing didn't come after Endgame, it would still be boring.
Like if this movie was made in the mid 2000s, right?
Where we were still experimenting with effects and everything.
Then I'd be like, okay, this movie's pretty fucking standard. You know what I mean? It would probably be like a B minus, maybe a high C, maybe. All right?
But I think our standards for like superhero movies has kind of went up after Spider-Man.
Again, I mean, here's the thing. It's like I said, I can forgive a bad movie if it entertains me enough, right?
Right.
This movie does not entertain either.
So would
And
you
I'm
say that
just-
this thing is worse than Iron Man 3?
Yes.
Yep, there
Because
you go.
I can at least laugh at Iron Man 3.
Well-
And then also, okay, to be fair to me, I do like Iron Man 2 and 3 for one reason.
What?
Those movies are about Tony Stark, and I appreciate that. So there
Would
go.
you watch Thor: The Dark World versus this? I would.
I don't know if it's that.
At least Malekith is more memorable than these villains.
I haven't seen Thor in the Dark World enough to like make a judgment on that one. Give me another one. Hit me with one that's like, what do you think is Omega terrible?
Okay, I can't say Man of Steel because that just makes me angry.
I watched Man of Steel over this.
It's
At least Man of Steel can entertain me. At least the fight between Zod and Superman is pretty good.
okay. That can at least entertain you.
That at least entertains me. Okay. So
but
are you kidding me?
BVS.
BVS?
I hate all these people.
I know, it's like BVS. His thing is like, do I want to watch? His thing is like, okay, well, before we talk about this, go into spoiler territory, right? Because
Okay,
like
but
we just
yeah.
gave you our thoughts. Like,
It's just not.
it's
Rent it. Just rent it.
don't even rent it, just Netflix it.
Or yeah, Netflix it. Borrow it from a friend. I don't know.
Is this the last? Wait, is this the last 20th Century Fox like X-Men movie?
Yeah, they bought Fox. So.
Thank God.
But but if anything, they might just keep the actors, or they could just reset it.
Just reset it, please.
But then again, that would mean we'd have to reset Deadpool. When you think about it,
I mean,
we'd have to reset everything Ryan Reynolds did because he connected to the X-Men. Damn it.
fuck it. To be honest.
Or if it's in Disney's hands and they decide to keep it, like in comic books, it's like we've had a lot of bad ideas, but we
Yeah.
learn to iron them out in the end,
Yes, we do.
or at least build off something better.
I'd rather them just reset it. To be honest.
I'm okay
You
with
know why? Because then we'll get a new godlike X-Men universe, and it'll be the whole universe that's godlike.
I kind of prefer like we do what we usually do in comics, where we can build off something better, or do
Yes.
something better from something.
I see you.
But yeah, this movie, it's not an immediate requirement unless you're really diehard to see the last of
you're like-
the X-Men
if-
Fox movies.
If you're like me, you just want to watch X-Men for the fact that it's X-Men.
Watch it once. Just watch it once.
Unless you want to, I mean, here's the thing. Even if you're like that, honestly, do you really want to be horribly disappointed?
Yeah,
That's the thing. So,
Apocalypse felt more fulfilling than this.
honestly, I mean, if you're curious, go for it. You want to see what I'm talking about? Go right ahead.
Just,
But
like, watch it
straight
once.
Straight up though, if you don't want to be disappointed, dude, it doesn't. This movie just doesn't matter. So it's just like, whatever.
It's not worth it to some degree.
I don't think it's worth the period. So there you go. That's how I feel about it, though.
But so we're going to spoiler territory. So
All right. So you think, oh, this movie's about the fucking Phoenix Force and shit, and it is.
it is.
But it's too bad they don't even call it the Phoenix Force. How you gonna call your movie X-Men Doc Phoenix when they don't even name the goddamn thing?
we only mentioned the name Phoenix once, and that's it.
We mentioned the name Phoenix once that sets off Jean Grey when she's drunk. That's the one time the word Phoenix is mentioned. Okay?
No.
The characters don't know what the fuck the Force is. There is a random alien race who exists for one purpose, Julius. And you know what that is? To be the bad guys at the end of the movie. Actually, two. Bad guys end the movie, and also exposition. Alright? Those are their two purposes for existing, okay? And that's fucking it.
For some reason, Charles doesn't know what it is.
And even, here's the thing, and even then, they don't even call it, they don't call it the Phoenix Force either. They call it they say it is a cosmic force that ended our planet. And I'm just like,
okay.
where's the fucking name at? The fuck?
Now, let's... Now, if you're wondering if, like, oh, it's a movie building off from what happened in Apocalypse, where Jean saved them all with the Phoenix Force, no, it's almost as if they forgot about that. It's like, we forgot. Charles doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, we didn't get a definite answer as to what the fuck that was. So there you go.
I do like, now, if we didn't see Apocalypse, I do kind of dig how, you know, with the first scene where we're saving the astronauts and how, I don't know, it manifests or something, or...
She absorbs a solar... Supposedly the Force... Okay, so some solar fucking radiation, so some Fantastic Four bullshit happens, alright? That's how we're starting this movie. It's like Fantastic Four.
So basically the astronauts...
Yeah, right? We just avoided the Fantastic Four timeline. Well, anyway, so supposedly some astronauts are stuck in space because they got hit by some solar flare. Alright?
The X-Men go up to save them, and that mission's pretty cool, and it's an okay setup for where the Phoenix Force came from.
And supposedly what happens is the solar flare is going to hit both the X-Men that are in space, along with the astronauts.
But Jean is able to absorb it.
Yeah.
She looks like she's gonna die, but no, it goes into her.
Which, you know, I know we're suspension of disbelief here, but she literally went into space with no fucking helmet. Her ass is fucking dead.
Well, I just assumed that it was just the Phoenix Force protecting her or something.
I fucking get it, but like before that point, you know what I mean? Like, her ass is fucking dead, alright? You're dead.
Not unless you have a cosmic being inside of you.
I mean, do we know that at that point? That shit, well, regardless, fuck logic, okay? So, that's the first thing.
I mean, Quicksilver just made a makeshift space helmet for Nightcrawler. And then added
at least he had a space helmet.
And
at least he had something.
I love how we just added duct tape.
Well, anyway.
That's the thing. We need more Quicksilver in this movie. There's not enough of him.
I mean, to be fair,
if you loved Quicksilver in the other two movies, yeah, you'll be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like this movie's one giant pile of disappointment. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So this solar radiation is coming towards her, right? And she basically absorbs all of it.
And when they go back and like, yay, the X-Men saved us, and like, I thought that was kind of cute. Like, you know, the world actually has gotten better since the 80s.
They are accepting mutants. They think mutants are heroes. The X-Men specifically are heroes anyway. So,
and I kind of like that, you know. When one of the kids was painted blue, just like Kurt. Like, there's a little girl with a Mystique has an action figure line.
Apparently so.
Does she get royalties?
I hope so.
Because if anything, she's suing Barbie. And my action figure should change into every shape. So, there's this bit where Mystique, speaking of Mystique, she's having this bit where, oh, we're basically celebrities now, or
it's like, we risk our lives for, like, you know, humans. Why should we risk our lives for humans? That's another thing about this movie. This movie is, again, like, I get it's X-Men, but, like, this movie...
It dropped that.
No, it didn't even drop it. It's just, like... It rehashes a lot of shit. It's like... We'll get to more about that later. You know what I mean? Because that's, like, a point that's brought up. It's like, why should we risk our lives for these humans? You know what I mean? It's like...
we risk our lives wearing brightly colored outfits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, we're just showing up on magazines and you like that. But, you know, Charles does have a point. It's like, Yeah, it's a small sacrifice to look a little bit like celebrities, then go back to the way they were before. I get that. But it's just the movie doesn't really do anything with it. Nothing much. Other than, the thing with the government and Magneto's little mini Genosha. That's it. We don't do anything else with it.
We really don't.
I mean, we did say that, Charles did say that it takes one bad day to go back to the way that things were. And I believe that. This is the Marvel Universe.
But even then, it's like all the shit that happens is so fucking small scale compared to, like, everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like...
I mean, at least with the original 3 X-Men movies, we kind of kept rolling with that, the whole humanity will fear us kind of thing.
Yeah, and even then, when shit happened, shit happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We like,
then again,
X1, we fight in the freaking Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean? X2, we have a whole fucking fortress of crazy shit. Alright? I forget what that guy's name was, but X2 was pretty lit. Okay? And then X3, you're like, dude, Magneto literally lifts the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, we can't top that. That's like,
I'm sure we could, because I won't lie, that was before the point when the Golden Gate Bridge was the site of every single fucking disaster ever.
Yeah. I'm very sure that thing's held together with duct tape at this point.
I'm pretty fucking sure, dude. Godzilla's been there, Planet of the Apes has been there, fucking X-Men have been there. Oh my fucking god.
Was that the site with the latest, with the most recent, Final Destination movie, technically?
I think it was some random bridge. I don't think it was the Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay, never mind.
I'm pretty sure. But regardless, it was a fucking bridge.
but yeah, the setup is alright, but...
The climax is just unfulfilling. So here's the thing, alright? Like,
aliens
we need to start up, first up with this movie, was we need to let you know that Jean Grey's parents are dead. And I'm just like...
Standard superhero fare.
Yeah, and it's like, I literally looked at that and I was just like, am I watching Shazam?
Well, no, at least with Shazam, she abandoned him. She abandoned Billy. Deadbeat dad. But
yeah,
then...
No, but like...
Or deadbeat mom and dad.
The joke here is that, like, how many movies are we gonna watch where the parents die via car crash?
And or abandon them.
Like, here's the thing, okay? I would like it if a movie found more creative ways to kill parents at this point.
Or maybe at this point, don't kill off the parents right off the bat all the time.
Or,
like, let's not... I mean, I know that
or maybe develop the parents so you feel something when they fucking die. Because at this point, it's getting really fucking old.
I mean, I know that we were just bought by Disney.
Yeah. Because, like, let me paint a picture, right? It's like... Spider-Man finally was like, hey, you know what? Uncle Ben's dead. There you go. You know what I mean?
Right. But,
that's... Batman is finally coming to understand that, hey, Thomas and Martha Wayne are fucking dead.
We don't need to replay it.
Yeah. Looking at you, Zack Snyder. Looking at you.
But here's the thing. It's like, what pissed me off most about, Jean's backstory is also what Charles did. Charles, okay, you know how in X3 he did it, he put barriers in Jean's mind for a reason.
Yes.
That's always been the thing, to protect her from the Phoenix Force and everything. Here...
He did it he basically lied to her and put the barriers up and whatnot just to, like...
Protect her from trauma, from...
Just to hide her from the truth.
That's it. To hide her from the truth.
Like, he could never be completely honest with her. And, like, Jean Grey is supposed to be, the star pupil.
He lied about her dad being dead. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's like her dad abandoned her and didn't want anything to do with her. He was trying to protect her from the trauma. But Charles, you could have been upfront with her about that.
You gotta tell her at some point.
I mean, yeah, I know she's... And now, if she was uber powerful, like in X3... where we could see how powerful she is, so stressing her out and leaving this thing unchecked, not putting up the barriers. Okay, we get that.
We understand.
Here, what were you... Like, yeah, you were protecting her from the trauma. I get that. But there was no immediate danger. I mean, yeah, it would have scarred her for life. But, okay, yeah, but still.
It's just, you figured at some point he would actually tell her.
Yeah.
But instead he's just like, nope, not gonna bother. not my problem. And then it became his problem. And then a lot of other shit happened. And it's just
You know, when
like,
Patrick Stewart says, like, I chose the lesser of two evils, I was convinced of that. From what we could see with the Phoenix Force, I could believe him doing that.
But here it's just like
It makes Charles look like the biggest asshole.
it's like, what are you doing, mate?
Now, if it was in there, like what the Apocalypse movies established, I'd believe it. Here, it was never there to begin with.
So that scene in Apocalypse, you got me!
That makes no sense.
You fucking got me. Oh my fucking god.
I figured, like, oh, maybe it's in there. No, the cosmic force that goes into her in this movie is like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I would just think, like, oh, it's in there and the walls are weakening and the solar radiation just made it worse.
Yeah, but
that's
nope.
not what happens. What is going on?
I don't fucking
Guys, this was like one movie ago. How do you forget that? So...
Oh man, oh god. Anyway, so moving forward, so apparently, I don't know if these are things. According to Julius, he's no idea. Like, these
I've never heard of them before.
Supposedly, this movie has fucking aliens.
Where's the Shi'ar?
I don't remember their names.
Let me look this up.
Go right ahead, please. Get back to me on like.
Who are these aliens?
Who the fuck are these aliens? Because as far as I know, I don't know where the fuck these aliens come from. These aliens are not referenced in anything I've heard of, anyway. And as far as I know, like, these aliens come out of fucking nowhere, alright? Supposedly, they were following the Phoenix Force, and it's like, yeah, they show up after it. But it's like, the reason why I say they come out of fucking nowhere is because it's like, if there was, like, subtle references to them in, like, other movies, right, before this, I'd be like, okay, this is a lead-up to this. But again, they kind of just show up. And again, their two fucking purposes are just to fucking provide exposition and to be the bad guys. That's literally it. That's it. How fucking unfulfilling. Like, just out of fucking left field. Random aliens. And, like, we don't even get a clear definition of what they can and can't do either. There's no explanation onto who they were. Although the only explanation we get is that they know what the Phoenix Force does if controlled. Which, by the way, they don't even call it the Phoenix Force, they call it the Cosmic Force. That's what they said.
Like, so just some cosmic force.
Some Cosmic Force. Okay, they know what it does when it's controlled, which I don't know how they know that. They just say that, oh yeah, if it's controlled, it can create life. And I'm just like, okay, I guess. But they know what it does because it's the thing that blew up their planet. And it's just like, alright, I guess that's that. We don't know how long they've been around. We don't know anything else about them. That's literally it. And they're just gonna take over Earth just to, like, reestablish civilization. That's generic aliens 101.
It's like, I can't find anything on them. All I can see is, like, the Shi'ar Empire, which is basically it's a collection of different alien races, like Kree and Skrull. I guess that's why they're not in here, is because, the Kree and Skrull are kind of like a Disney property at the moment, like at the time when this movie was being made.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's just, again, these guys come out of fucking nowhere. They don't do anything.
I guess we needed a substitute alien race.
I suppose.
I guess. So, now, their purpose being here, I can get it. Like, there was something going on here, but their implementation is so lackluster. It's like,
oh, again, they literally just provide exposition and be the bad guys. What they fucking
now,
do.
that would have been fine if, like, the climax with white-haired alien lady...
Which we don't even know her name, by the way. Which, they say her name once.
But it's in this weird language or something. Fuck something? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
But, you could have done better. Like, with these aliens, like, that's the thing. You could see the good things, but you could have done better, and that's this whole movie.
It's almost like the Kree get a better explanation than these guys.
Well, then again, that was Captain Marvel.
You know, the Kree Empire, the bad guys,
like
the Skrulls get more exposition than these motherfuckers. Hello?
It's like, we know that they can...
What?
We know that they can shapeshift.
Like, okay, so
know
the rundown is this. they all can shapeshift, which I'm like, I fucking guess, okay.
They have at
All
least
right?
one telekinetic.
They have, yeah, they supposedly, we don't know, by the way, because there's no definite things on here. They have one like he said, there's one telekinetic, alright?
A white-haired alien lady who's trying to control Jean.
Yep.
Or at least try to control the thing inside her.
Yep. The alien who plays as the black guy, supposedly I guess he can, like, phase or whatever. I don't know exactly what to call it.
I guess it's just another factor of the shape-shifting thing.
I suppose. And they all have mini healing factors. I say mini because you can overload them and they'll just die. But it's just like, I guess.
I mean, they're persistent. I'll give it
but,
that.
I mean, no, but the thing is, they don't do anything impressive. They're
Yeah.
all melee fighters. You figure, oh, they're aliens. They have a ship. It's too damn bad that ship doesn't do anything except appear in the movie once during a flashback.
I mean, at the very least, okay, the Kree were better at shape-shifting.
And not just that, but the Kree had, like, technology and shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that one chick with the sniper rifle that could hit, like, 4 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other guy with, like, the blasters and shit. These guys just fight hand-to-hand. It's almost like the movie ran out of fucking budget.
It's like, can you make a spike or something with your hand? No.
They have a spear. Apparently they have spears.
I feel like that they just got that from the wreckage or from the train or something.
Fuck if I know, but, you know, that's the point I'm trying to make here, is that they're all trying to melee fight, and I'm just like, you guys don't have anything cool? No?
You have the one telekinetic who's trying to absorb the Phoenix Force from Jean, which even that feels... again, okay, so we kind of went all over the place here.
That's kind of what this movie feels like, so there you go. But anyway,
It's like slowly the Phoenix Force is driving Jean insane. Like,
Yep.
Hank says that her readings are off the charts and everything.
Yep. And then, like, she starts causing small accident after small accident, and then she decides that, hey, I need to go find my dad, because my dad's alive, I want to see him.
It's like...
And then, upon finding out her dad, she finds out the truth about, like, why her dad never wanted to see her again.
It's like, how come Charles lied to her?
Yep. She then is confronted by the X-Men in a small town. She fights said X-Men and pushes over a couple police cars, like what we fucking do, right?
I mean, the way she took out Quicksilver was kind of cool. You know how, like, Quicksilver can even get to you with the smallest amount of debris? She just moves the debris aside.
Yep.
Like, that was cool, but everything else is like, eh. It's like,
Yeah,
Storm, can you... okay, she deflects a thunderbolt from Storm. That's it.
Well, I mean, it's very lackluster. You know what I mean? Again, it tries to be Civil War, right? But it's just, like, very lackluster, and it feels like less is on the line. Which I'm like, okay.
And then she kills the Mystique.
Yeah, and she accidentally kills Mystique, might I add. Not even intentionally, just accidentally.
Accidentally. And it's like, Raven was really trying to help.
Yep.
Like, I can tell that Raven... She really was the big sister. Like, she was concerned for everybody,
Yeah.
and you know, trying to put up a strong face with for Jean when they were going on the mission, talking back against Charles.
Yeah.
You know, throwing out her concerns and everything. I do kind of like the line that, you know, for a team called the X-Men, you seem to get saved by the women a whole lot, which kinda, yeah, this is before Wolverine came in.
I mean, to be fair, Kurt totally, you know, kind of yanked Jean Grey out of space, so I mean, whatever.
I guess, but she was the one who, I guess, saved the last of them, I guess.
I suppose. But regardless,
and also
whatever.
she did save us somehow with maybe not Phoenix Force from Apocalypse. But
Even then, what the fuck did Mystique even do outside of pilot the ship when they went into space?
direct them, I guess. But if anything, yeah, Raven was pretty much trying to help everyone, trying to be the big sis.
And then she died.
And she did, and also, yeah, that's what makes it even more What makes it even more painful, she wanted to leave. She wanted to leave with Hank, and Hank talked her out of it.
Yep. And then after that, she died. And honestly, when she died, I didn't feel a damn thing. It was just like, okay, she did, I guess.
Like, I kind of felt sad for her. She was trying to be smarter. I was rooting for her. It's like over what Charles did.
Yeah, but it's just like, when she died, I was just like, I guess she's dead now.
Although
that's that, I suppose.
I still felt bad for Beast after what happened, and he had every right to get angry at Charles.
Of course, yeah, he did. And it's just like, Charles, being too prideful, didn't want to own up to what he did, and that was a very interesting aspect, and like seeing how the death affected everyone else was pretty interesting. But it didn't make me feel sad. I was just like, okay.
I did find it interesting how he brought up the whole story about the first time they met, and Beast lashing out at him. Like, for me, at least that's interesting enough for me. However, it still doesn't absolve Charles for what he did. It's like, I don't care how many times no, this version of Charles, go to hell. But, they do find her, thanks to Magneto. He's set up his own little mini Genosha, I guess. She is shown to be a lot stronger than him at this point. And
yeah, I mean, it's rightfully so. It's the Phoenix Force. I mean, it's cosmic power and whatnot. But
he was lucky to even get those military guys away from her.
But it's even then, it's like that one pacebreaker. It's like, Magneto, she comes to see Magneto. She wants to know how to stop hurting people. And then Magnus literally told her, like, listen, I killed a lot of people. And then eventually I kind of just realized, hey, killing people doesn't really matter. So, he doesn't even give her advice. She doesn't even really talk to him either.
But he also demands that he be straightforward with her.
And
because, as he said, he's not Charles.
Yep. But she doesn't even do that either. And it's just... And even then, the military shows up
and makes it worse.
Trying to find Jean. Magnus tries to defend Jean, and then Jean just starts making the situation all kinds worse.
Yep. Getting into a...
And even then, it's just like...
Could have gone longer with this.
Like, I mean, they literally just... Like, oh yeah, okay, I get it, she pushed some police cars. Then they're like, oh yeah, we're doing a telepath, let's only send 2 helicopters. There's no extended fight scene. The military doesn't even put up a fight. They don't even try shooting or anything. They kind of just get pushed over. Like,
well, which is the most part for X-Men movies, honestly.
No, but I mean, at least they try to fight back.
I mean, there was that one scene where
think of First Class.
I mean, yeah, there was also that one. There were even parts where they were able to apprehend the X-Men.
Look at the Wolverine. Think of all the fight scenes in that movie. Wolverine
X-Men Origin?
No, the Wolverine, the first one. Or not the Japan one.
Oh, the Japan one.
Wolverine fought some dude on top of a train! And it was some goon!
So, moving away from the action a bit...
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I think we can already establish
No, not you, I'm just upset.
No, like, moving away from the action a bit, it's like...
Shit, dude, I'm mad, I'm sorry.
But... Okay, they try to go and get...
They don't even try, they just get
No,
No,
I'm not talking about the military. It's like, for me, it's like, military getting pushed over is, like, normal for me. But... They try to... They convene at New York to try... one side wants to kill Jean.
No, later on what happens is that Hank splits, and he talks to Magneto. And then he tells Magneto, "Hey,
Raven's dead."
Yeah, Jean kills Mystique, and then Magneto's like, "All right, I'm gonna kill this bitch." And it's just Hank's like, "All right, let me come with." So then after that, everyone else, Charles is monitoring Cerebro, and then he hears that bit, and he's like, "All right, we gotta get to New York because apparently,
they're gonna try and kill Jean."
Yeah. So every party arrives at the same scene. Obviously,
and it's at
typical mutant breakout fight. You know what I mean?
Which, this is the point where the movie loses me.
Everybody feels like a fucking chump. Everyone feels like they suck. Like, what happened? What happened to the Magneto I knew and loved that could pull the fucking Golden Gate Bridge? Or catch, like, the volley fire of, like, 10 different ships? You know what I mean? My man does the most basic of basic shit. Okay?
Again, it's like we blew the budget with Apocalypse,
like,
so...
he struggles to pick up
one train.
One subway car. Not even the whole fucking train. Like, just one subway car. One car. That's it. You know what I mean? We have a guy who literally swings at you with his hair, which I'm like, I guess? Alright, we have some other chick who's another telekinetic, which I'm like...
she's a telepath.
Yeah, we have another telepath, and then we have... Oh yeah, we have Hank. And that's pretty much it.
And it takes.
The fighting, you figure, oh, they're fighting in New York. This shit's gotta be huge, right? It's gotta be like.
It's in one street.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, there are some civilians there too, but yeah, that's it.
It's literally it's just that one street. It's not like Avengers where it's like.
And it takes them a while to get inside.
Yeah, it's not like Avengers where it's like this whole city block of New York. You know what I mean?
Like it's abandoned or destroyed.
Yeah, like no, it's like it's this whole area. Here, it's just this one random street.
I mean,
that's it. Just
one subway car is not gonna. I mean, with Spider-Man Homecoming, we went from the school to the dock carnival.
I mean, why don't we just look at Spider-Man 2? That whole fight took place. That fight went from the lab to down to the building to the subway car.
Or even
that was fucking sick. But
even with Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's like that took place in just the power plant.
Yeah.
And that looked awesome.
But like here, it's just. It feels like everyone is nerfed. Everyone feels like a chump. I'm just not impressed at all.
Like, I get it when when something is solely focused on one character. Like, that's what happens when it's like, when your sole focus is particularly one character, everybody doesn't feel like at their A game because it's not about them.
No,
but here, it's like...
No, but like...
It's not... It's like we're not even all that interested in the Phoenix Force to begin with.
It's just that the 2000 X-Men movie fights feel more convincing than this shit.
Yeah.
Which is a goddamn shame.
Which doesn't even help when we don't see enough of the Phoenix Force in all its glory.
Oh my God.
Barely anything glory to make it stand out.
The Phoenix Force just sits there and looks cool.
With glowing and, yeah, sure, Jean disintegrates a few things.
And like, she crushes Magneto's helmet, which was, I guess...
Okay, that was kind of cool.
That was kind of cool. She makes Charles Xavier walk, which is like... I won't lie, I'm kind of glad that they did that because it puts to bed the theory of if Charles Xavier just telekinesis his legs, surely he can walk. The answer is he doesn't do that because it's extremely painful.
I kind of thought it was just her just messing with, or just being sadistic with him and telekinetically forcing him to walk.
Yes, that's what happened. That's why you saw him like...
Part of me kind of wanted to laugh a little bit, but then again, it's happening to Charles, so I guess that's why I was laughing a bit.
But yeah, I'm kind of glad they did that. But that's like one of the things I enjoyed, I guess.
I mean, he kind of deserved it.
But outside of that, let's see. Then Alien Lady tries to take Phoenix Force.
That's like Jean snaps out of it, at the last second, showing that Charles had good intentions or whatever. Jean, no. But then again,
he did.
He did. But she does snap out of it, and she willingly gives it, she gives
halfway-ish, I guess. And then meanwhile, all the X-Men are getting taken down by, I guess, tasers.
It was like
I guess tasers.
They called it a neutralizer, where it was basically depowering them. That's what the collars were for.
They all got neutralized, basically, except for Cyclops. Cyclops shot golden hair lady. And, she got, a piece of the Phoenix Force or something.
Just a piece of it.
And, she stops all the scuffling. And basically all the mutants in, that one brawl.
Everybody gets taken?
Yeah, get taken to, an armored train. And, we go from there. But golden hair lady doesn't get taken. She has the Phoenix Force. And she kind of wants the whole thing. So...
The aliens attack the cart.
They attack the train. The humans get bodied, and they're like, hey, maybe we should release the X-Men so the X-Men can help us out.
Oh, and before that, Charles tries to rally them, telling them that thing is not Jean and whatnot. Wow, that was so quick to get Magnus and the others on his side.
Yeah.
That was really quick.
It's
like, these guys were dead set on trying to kill Jean. And with just one speech, you were able to get them on your side and not killing her.
Mm-hmm. And, to me, it's just like...
That was quick.
I had a change of heart, and I'm just like...
Really?
Not only is this rehashed, but it's like... The original Magneto would still be like, shut up, Charles. I'm killing this bitch.
Yeah, especially after she kicked his ass.
Yeah.
But... Yeah... it's like... I mean, these guys were not that difficult... Okay, they were resilient for the army, but for the X-Men, these guys are not all that impressive. It's just shoot them, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do take down Magneto's flunkies, but that's kind of a standard. It's like taking down Magneto's flunkies. They're expendable.
Even then, it's just that we finally get, I guess, like eventually the big the boss lady shows up.
Yeah, white-haired lady shows up.
And since she has part of the Phoenix Force, everybody gets botted.
She's able to walk through all of them.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah. It's like to be expected, but it's like you'd figure they'd joint attack her instead of going at her one at a time.
I mean, Magneto did more cool stuff with the minions than he did with white-haired lady.
Yeah.
It's like with the minions, he was able to like
crush crush one of the cars and literally just throw it, and I was just like, about fucking time.
Or lifts up like a piece of metal, blocks a punch from one of the minions, and actually breaks their hand.
And I'm just like, yeah,
like
let's go.
That's actually really cool. Or like pins them against the wall with doors and whatnot. That felt fulfilling. Versus,
but it's just like even then, it's like all nerf shit compared to like what he can actually do.
Yeah, but it's better than him just taking a bunch of guns and generically shooting her.
Yeah, it's like,
and it does nothing.
Yeah, it's like, okay then, I guess.
Because Magneto, we've established that normal guns do nothing, and she has the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, and even then, it's like we've established that you're Mag-fucking-Nito.
Can't you just can't you just collapse or crush her with the cart that you're in right now?
Hello, Magnus. Like, listen, dude, you've been around for a minute. You're also an Omega class mutant. You don't fuck around. Why are you fucking around?
It's like, can you at least, I don't know, pierce her with metal spikes or something?
But instead, he doesn't do any of those things.
You're
just disappointed. And you're like, okay, I guess.
Can you rip off a door and then crush her with it?
And then after that, Jean and Charles have a heart-to-heart, and then she decides that she's going to protect her family.
It's like, I forgive you. It's like, okay.
And then we have, I guess, the equivalent of a Phoenix Mirror match. You'll get that joke if you played Marvel 3. That's a great joke. But anyway,
she saves them by flinging the whole okay, I guess.
No, supposedly they had like barriers and shit around them.
Yeah, that was cool. And I guess it was an attempt to get rid of all the minions, I guess.
Yes. So that sequence was cool, but I just feel like
how she takes out the remaining bad guys.
She just like Thanos snaps by holding them, and I'm just like, I guess she can do this.
Well, she can't. In X3, she was able to do that before.
Yeah, but
disintegrating thing.
Yeah, but it's like, you see like fire and shit. Here, it's just like she kind of just. It feels like she just Thanos snaps you, and I'm just like, it's very lackluster. And I'm like, okay. And even then, it's just like,
whoa. Okay.
Even then, it's just like all the
It just doesn't.
All the aliens again. They just charge her. So it's like, who the fuck cares?
We will never complain about X3 ever again. And also, like the fight with white-haired boss lady. It's like not even that long. She charges up to her, and she grabs her. She tries to absorb it.
Yeah, and like so, there's not even a Phoenix Mirror match.
And then Jean grabs her and like, you want this power, you're gonna get it. And then she sees that, her power is also hurting Scott a little bit too.
Yeah, so she takes it into space, and then like
she blows up white-haired lady.
Yep, and then thus the Phoenix Force, I guess, goes away.
Like
because she dies.
Because she dies.
And then,
some reason.
But then there's the credit scene where it's like, there's a phoenix in the sky, and I'm just like, what? Hello? What happened then?
So did she explode or no?
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, so we don't even get to see the Phoenix Force, like, really, really used. It just disintegrates some people, it crushes Magneto's helmet, and that's about it.
She could potentially she could disintegrate people, she can block Charles, even when Charles is in is in his Cerebro.
Yeah, it's just like, again, it's just, a lot of it's just lackluster. Like, you know what I mean? There's no big finale. It's just meh.
Again, it feels like they blew the budget on Apocalypse and we don't have any more special effects to add in.
Yep. But, aside from that, the conclusion is Charles Xavier retires, Hank takes over the school, everything goes as normal, and...
Hey, slow down, safety first.
And Magneto and Charles play a game of chess somewhere.
Where they're taking, where Charles is taking a vacation in France. I got that because the lady was speaking French.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. I had no fucking idea.
But nothing. Also, we couldn't see if there were any end credit scenes because
There was none.
There was none.
Yep, so...
But even
there you go.
But then again, even if there was, like, we don't care enough to stay. We want to go. Also, I think they were like cleaning up in like the projection room, so that's why it was stopping.
I just don't even care.
That's why we weren't like we couldn't even be bothered to stay. Like even if
we did stay. I mean, we stayed for the whole thing. The movie black screen, and we saw the whole credits.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like the projector, like just going on and off.
No. It was done. It was just that.
Yeah, there's no credit scene.
There's no post-credit scene.
It's like
because they're almost like they didn't know how the fucking.
But even if there was, I don't think we would even bother.
I don't care.
Yeah, we wouldn't bother. We just wanted to leave.
Fucking care. I'm upset. I'm legitimately upset. Like down, I get to see Godzilla kick ass, and it makes me feel good. Anyway, we're ending the review. It's over. That's it. Done.
It's like, yeah.
I'm done.
I mean, let's just.
It's over. That's it.
It's over.
Follow him. It's part of his Patreon. He'll draw you porn.
What? Don't. I don't do that. What are you?
Bullshit. Check his Twitter too while you're at it.
There's no porn on the video Twitter. There's none. I mean, I'll retweet it maybe, but there's no porn on it.
I wouldn't know because I don't have Twitter.
I mean, I'm very sure some Pokemon look hot, but whatever.
I wouldn't know because I don't have Twitter. So there you go.
It's like, where's this porn? What the hell?
Shut the fuck up.
Then again, before we made this video, it's like, before we made this video, I had to, the first time I described this movie as,
oh my fucking god.
It started off as nice sex, but then turned into the most awkward sex you'll ever have. That's how I describe it. Where'd the skill go? I'm bored. Can we stop now? That's how I described it. And Tomas lost it.
I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck did I even hear?
But, yeah. Only go if you're curious, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't expect, like, just read the damn comic. Read the damn comic. You'll get more enjoyment. Or heck, just watch Wolverine
and the X-Men.
or heck, even when X-Men Evolution did a sort of preview to the Phoenix kind of thing. That's when, Jean started losing control and could actually hurt people.
Oh, can I be real with you?
That one actually was better.
I can be honest with you, alright? The only thing that show doesn't do well is how they end Age of Apocalypse. How that show ends sucks. But that show is mad good. Okay, seriously, Scott McNeil. I love Scott McNeil as Wolverine more than Steve Blum, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's okay. I like him better too.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I'm not getting shot. Let's go, I'm not getting shot! Yeah!
But yeah, the Phoenix Force in there, like, that feels more like an immediate threat.
And again, Wolverine and X-Men did it too. Matter of fact, Wolverine and X-Men did Days of Future Past better too.
Still though, what did she save them with in Apocalypse then?
I fucking don't know. You know what she saved them with?
What?
Power, plot convenience.
And then we forget, oh wait, it's a thing. We established this early on. Fuck.
Fucking guess. Whatever.
Yeah, that makes me the most mad. Well, that and Charles. Yeah. I mean, it was interesting at first, but then it shows, Charles, why? What the fuck? At first I was okay with it, but then when we got deeper into the movie, I started hating you more and more.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? This is not the lesser of two evils. No, this is you being evil.
Not evil.
Okay, at the very least, still messed up.
We've talked about this already.
But yeah, follow me, whatever. I don't know what he's talking about, a porn thing. But, yeah. See you later. Let's hope that we don't get hit by cosmic rays.
Bye!